Hey y'all, this is Theron West, and this is the Be Ready anthem, y'all. I hope y'all ready. Stay ready, be ready, 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 stay ready. Every show, new face, new dream. Young man out here building a team from the track to the court to the turf and the rings. They all grown different, but they got the same theme. Putting in work when the lights not on. Late night, early morning, still going strong. They don't do it for the lights, they do it for the fight. Future looking bright, cause they training for their life. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. Spotlight on them, time to show love. Brother smart and dream, all star from above. The hustle in their heart, purpose in their feet, and they voice on this mic that echoes in the streets. Every episode, no cap, no fake. Just young bugs grinding, rising to the stage. Different faces, same goals. Rise above the pressure, yeah, holding goals. So be ready, stay ready, 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 be ready, stay ready. So put your hands together for my boys, Coach Tony and Carlos, for the Be Ready podcast coming on right now. Let's get it, let's go, y'all.
Oh yeah, we are back at it once again. We are here live on episode 80, y'all. Yeah, y'all heard it right. We're on episode 80. 80 episodes, well, 79 episodes in, and we about to kick it off at episode 80, y'all. And y'all know that by now, the faces that we bring on here deserve to be on here because the top athletes um, in the nation. So today we pivoting back to the West Coast, um, where I was born in California, y'all. California. And I would sing the California love song, but y'all don't want to hear me sing. So,
We get it. We get it.
so just like my brother said, different faces, same goals. So y'all about to learn a lot from our guest today. So, Carlos,
Yes.
tell everybody who's coming to the stage today.
Okay. Tonight's guest, it's a class of 2032 basketball player from the state of California. He plays as a combo guard for the SoCal Cavs. This athlete has won grassroots 365 Player of the Month in the month of June of 2025, all tournament MVP, and all tournament awards in multiple tournaments. So now, please welcome to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, Jalen Rhys McFarland, y'all.
Yo, JR. Yeah, I called you JR. Tell everybody, break the ice and tell everybody a little bit about you.
So a little bit about me is like I love basketball. I've been playing basketball since I was 3, and then I started playing basketball when my dad was still playing basketball, and then my favorite team is the Lakers, and then I just look up to them.
All right, and you got a shout out in the chat from JGRAE0
Uh-oh.
in the chat here on Instagram. I gave you a shout out, said you got this. Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right.
Uh,
So you got a shout out in the chat, Jalen. Um, AGRAE0.
I'll tell him
So
thank you, Jalen.
tell them,
Thank you.
tell them. All right, all right, all right. So real quick, we want to, real quick, I want to give a shout out to my god brother with the Beats by the Run production who made our custom intro. Um, that was all him. Be ready, stay ready. I just gave him our motto, just be ready, stay ready. He ran with it and gave us our custom intro. We've been running with this intro since episode 50, 30 episodes in, and mm, so if you need any custom tracks, a custom theme for your business. If you're a content creator, you need a custom for your content and everything. Hit up Beats by the Run Production on Instagram. Just message him, and he'll set you up, just like he set us up. We also want to give a thanks to our viewers and subscribers on YouTube. We are up to 257 subscribers. So we want to keep that going. Let's, man, hopefully we can hit 500 by the end of the year. But because of you guys, boom, the show keeps going. On Instagram, we are over 1,200 followers. We have gained like 1,200 followers in since April. So that is amazing. Let's try to hit 5,000 by the end of the year. Thanks to you guys you know, for subscribing to our channel and following us on Instagram. Um, this looks like the way we're going to go. It looks like we're going to do Instagram Live first, and then tomorrow, uh, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, or I might move it later. No, we'll move. I'll premiere it 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. So you guys can rewatch this show in its entirety as well tomorrow on YouTube. So that's all I have on that, Carlos. Let's get this ball rolling. And we also want to shout out to Jalen's parents, mom and dad. We want to thank you guys for allowing Jalen to be a guest on our show. So we're gonna all we ask is mom and dad pop up to show your face before this live ends, so the moderators know that you're there.
Indeed.
All right, let's get this show on the road, Carlos.
Okie dokie. All right. All right, so let's talk about some NBA, shall we? NBA, the 5 game slate yesterday. How about the Miami Heat? The Heat is on down in South Beach. They went 0-1 to start off. They lost a close one to the Orlando Magic. Then, they beat the then they crushed the Memphis Grizzlies. And then yeah, they crushed the Memphis Grizzlies. They beat the New York Knicks at home. And then now they just beat the Charlotte Hornets at at home in Miami. Miami 2-0 at home. They're doing really well right now. They're 3-1. Um, yeah, Jaime Jaquez off the bench, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 3-pointers made from the kid from UCLA. So, Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on the Miami Heat getting the win over the Charlotte Hornets?
First, I want to give a shout out to Zion, who's popping up in the chat again. Thank
Oh,
you,
there we go.
Zion. He's
Shout out.
saying what's up to you, Jalen, and you got a shout out. It's Clint. Man, these names on this Instagram is hard to pronounce. Kalinjki said hello to you, Jalen. I got to figure out a way to
All right.
get this. I got to figure out a way to get this chat on the screen so you guys can see your messages. That's the only negative about showing it on Instagram. You don't get to see your messages unless you can stream it on Instagram on your end, Jalen, so you can see them, so you can see the messages. Um, Shout out! I'll just give I on when it comes to the Miami Heat, all the respect goes to Eric Spoelstra. He's cooking. He's cooking right now, as you kids say. Did I say it right, Jalen?
Yeah.
Man, he's cooking. Like he is cooking Thanksgiving dinner over there in Miami. Um, Nobody had trust me when they lost Jimmy Butler last year. Nobody had the Heat even making the playoffs. I don't play in, and now they're starting the season off strong. So shout out to Eric Spoelstra, got them boys locked in. Hopefully they can maintain it throughout the season. And please, Miami, stay healthy. Stay healthy. Please stay healthy, man. And the East is wide open. Y'all know what happened when the Heat makes the playoffs. They make deep playoff runs, no matter
Yeah.
what seed they are. So
Yeah.
all I can say is Miami, please stay healthy.
Indeed, indeed, for sure. Hopefully we can see the white hot heat this postseason. Hopefully down in South Beach. Jalen. So what are your thoughts on this, man? The Miami Heat getting the win.
Um, I'm I'm saying the Miami Heat, they're doing good so far. 3-1, like you said. They're starting off strong. Let's just see to the end if they could keep if they could stay strong.
Yeah, for sure. The NBA season is a very long season. The postseason is not until what, June? So what, we're only in October. So obviously, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. So we'll see who will be that team that can finish strong in around April, May, around there. Who can finish strong to make the postseason in June. Charlotte Hornets, they fall to 2-2, even though all the starters, no, not Mikael Bridges, Miles Bridges, Colin Sexton, Lamelo, Concanippo, all those guys scored double digits. All the starters from Charlotte. So even though they all scored double digits, still wasn't enough to take down the Miami Heat. Miami Heat, they're 3-1. Miami, they got to go to San Antonio, who is, by the way, undefeated, 4-0 start of the year. They got to go to San Antonio in a very tough game over there in San Antonio. And then Charlotte, they got a home game against the Orlando Magic. So we'll
Um,
see.
oh, my bad, Jalen. It's J JGREAE0 is Jason Gray McFarland.
Oh yeah, he's my brother.
Yeah, thank you for giving us a follow. That's who was giving you a shout out earlier, Jalen.
Oh, okay.
For sure. Just shout out to the follow. All right. So now let's talk about the Philadelphia 76ers, man. What is
Hold on,
us? Hmm?
hold on. Philly gets this. Philly is cooking with VJ and Tyrese Maxey. That backcourt is balling out. We were just talking about this on Bruce's show just before we went live on the Format podcast. They're actually live now. So and Bruce on the Format podcast. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be. If it wasn't for you, Bruce, and the Format podcast, we wouldn't even be here. So shout out to you. But yeah, we were just talking about that on their show. That like they are carrying the team right now, and as Joel Embiid gets back into form, he's slowly, getting better as the games are going. And hey, while you're getting his
Uh-oh.
legs under you and you're winning games, hey, there's nothing. So shout out to that backcourt of Tyrese Maxey and VJ, the
VJ.
Rook.
Yep. Yep.
That's a scary backcourt. That's a scary backcourt.
Yeah, indeed. 76ers are 4-0, starting really well, even though it was an overtime win against the Wizards, but they still got the dub. Um, Tyrese Maxey had a double-double, 39 points, uh, 10 assists. He had a very good night. Kelly Oubre Jr. also had a double-double, 17 points and 11 rebounds. So the
Are you still in
76ers,
the league?
What? Like,
Kelly Oubre still in the league.
yeah. He's actually a starter for the Sixers. He's a starter.
Oh
He
wow, Kelly,
yeah
shut up.
yeah. He's doing good. He went 3 for 5 from 3-point range. So hey, the Sixers 4-0 undefeated. Jalen, what are your thoughts on the 76ers?
Um, Same thing with 76ers. They're doing good so far with VJ and then Tyrese. I really like the backcourt duo. And then they just take the dub against the Wizards. Um, let's see if the Six. I want to see if the Sixers can make playoffs and maybe go to West Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals. All right, bold prediction there, Jalen. Yeah, for sure. The Sixers, they gotta stay healthy because that was a problem last season. That Joel Embiid wasn't healthy, and most of their star players were not healthy, and the Sixers they ended up having a bad season. So hopefully they can have a good season. Hopefully they can make the postseason. Obviously we all know the Eastern Conference is wide open, so the Sixers can be a contender over there in the East. So the Sixers 4-0 undefeated. Sixers, they got the NBA Cup coming up next. They take on the Boston Celtics at home on Friday night. So for the first game in the NBA Cup group play, the Wizards, they got to go to OKC, who's by the way 5-0. The reigning champions 5-0 to start off the year. The Wizards got to go to Oklahoma City. So that's that with that game. Now let's talk about the nationally televised game on the East Coast. The Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek Freak, 121, 111 over the Knicks. Giannis, 37 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks. Giannis playing like himself. Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on the Milwaukee Bucks?
First, I want to give a shout out to Caden Vasquez with the follow. Thank you
Shout out. Shout
for
out.
the follow on Instagram. The only highlight from that game is Giannis with the travel of the century.
Travel of the century.
Yeah. I don't know. Um, with what the NBA is going through right now, um, and you see guys doing with blatant travels that are not being called. That doesn't look good for the league. That's right now the league is cooking. I hope I said that right again, Jalen. Uh, the league is cooking right now, playing very good basketball. The last thing we need is blown travel calls. Like he did a Euro step from the 3-point line, took 17 steps, took a trip to Greece and came back, and it wasn't called. But other than that, good game by the Bucks, good game by Giannis. I need my ex Laker to step up and be that third option. You know who I'm talking about, right, Carlos?
Kuzma?
Yeah, that dude. He needs to step up or change his number to 94.
Yeah, he hasn't been the best. He went 0 for 2 from field goals, 0 for 1 from 3. He only scored 5 points.
Yeah,
So,
he needs to step up. And shout out to Xander Z18 also with the follow. Thank you for following us on Instagram. Um, thank you.
for sure. Jalen, what are your thoughts on the Milwaukee Bucks getting the win over the Knicks?
Yeah, I really liked Giannis's game with the 37 points. He dropped 30 again, and then I want to see I want to see the Bucks in the playoffs. And then Kyle Kuzma has to step up.
Yeah, our ex Lakers they need to step up. Ingram is stepping up, boy. Ooh, Ingram is even though tonight he's having a rough time with KD, but
Yeah, for
Kuz,
sure. Yeah, for sure. So Giannis, he scored 30 plus points in every single game. So he's cooking right now throughout these 4 games. They're 3-1. Once again, East is wide open. So probably a team like Milwaukee, you know, can be a contender for sure out in the East. So Milwaukee, they're 3-1. They got the Golden State Warriors coming up next, coming to town into Milwaukee, and then the Knicks, they're 2-2. They fall to 2-2. Their next game is against the Chicago Bulls in Chicago. So for the NBA Cup. So those are the next games for these two teams. Now let's talk about the West Coast here. Now let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning champions. The reigning champions out of Oklahoma City, 5-0, undefeated. Man, they're cooking right now. They beat the Sacramento Kings. SGA, 31 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks from a guard. 3 blocks from a guard. That is crazy. Coach Tony, your thoughts on Oklahoma City, undefeated.
Shout out to Russ. You know, he had a solid game. Uh, he had a solid game last night for Sacramento. Sacramento was actually up in this game for pretty much majority of it. OKC just had to pull away in the fourth quarter. Um, there go that feedback again. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I don't like it. So okay, yeah. Oh, it went away. OKC, you know, they showed that they're the defending champs. They pulled away at the end in the fourth quarter, got the dub. Chet had an okay game, um, but SGA is playing like the MVP. But the so-called free throw merchant didn't have the most free throws yesterday. That crown goes to my Los Angeles Lakers
Okay,
and
okay.
Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves, indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
J-
He went to the line like 25 times last night.
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So Jalen, so what are your thoughts on Oklahoma City undefeated?
All right, so I like how the former MVP Shea, he's doing good, scoring 30 plus points. 3 blocks for a guard is actually insane. And then the defending champs 5-0 takes takes the game against the Kings. They're doing good.
For sure, they're doing really good right now. Oklahoma City 5-0, undefeated. SGA doing his thing. Oklahoma City rolling right now in this Western Conference. Oklahoma City, they've got the Washington Wizards coming to town, so they could basically be undefeated here in the month of October here because their last game in October is against Washington Wizards. So they could be undefeated here in the month of October to start off the year. So that's big time for Oklahoma City. Meanwhile, for the Sacramento Kings, they're playing right now actually against the Chicago Bulls. They're down 79-71 in the third quarter. So we'll see if they can pull that off in Chicago. So yeah, Oklahoma City defeats the Sacramento Kings. All right, next one we got the Golden State Warriors. They're 4-1. They're doing really good right now. They beat the Los Angeles Clippers. Um, the Clippers, Zubac had a double double with 12 rebounds, 14 points, but it wasn't enough to take down Jimmy Butler. 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 3-pointers made. Coach Tony, your thoughts on the Golden State Warriors getting the win over the Clippers?
Clippers are just what's the word? What's the word? Jalen, to describe how the Clippers been playing this year.
Mm,
What's the new slang for outrageously bad?
actually, I don't know. um,
I don't want to say trash because they're not playing that trash, but
yeah.
they are outrageous, terrible. And either Golden State's defense was top notch, or or Clippers' this offense just was, they left it in LA, because in a league where you're averaging close to 120 points a game to only drop 79 in a league that promotes offense is outrageously bad. But ugly game, um, ugly game. Shout out to the Warriors. They're looking strong. They're looking strong with Jimmy Butler. I know Heat fans don't like to see it,
It's okay.
but y'all got Norman Powell, so
Yeah, yeah, and at least that we have him, but he actually didn't play against the Charlotte Hornets, so at least the Heat won without Norman Powell, who is a very good player, a very good player. The Heat won without him, which is very good as well. Jalen, so what are your thoughts on the Golden State Warriors getting the win?
Um, Shout out to Jimmy Butler. He stepped up for Steph Curry. I don't I don't know what happened to Steph Curry, but 79 points is an ugly game for an NBA team. Um, to what Coach Tony said, either they had either the Golden State Warriors had really good defense, or the Clippers just couldn't score that game.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Yeah, so the Warriors, they beat the Clippers 98-79, 98-79. Golden State, their next game is tomorrow night at Milwaukee. They got to go to Milwaukee, take on the 3-1 Bucks. The Clippers, their next game is, let me see. They've got the Pelicans coming up next in the NBA Cup on Friday night. So those are the next games for these two teams. Speaking about the NBA Cup starts this Friday night. Here are the groups here: West A, West B, West C, East A, East B, and East C. So, so it looks pretty good. The groups, So who do you? Okay, so I'm gonna start with you, Coach Tony. So who do you think is the best team out of the West A?
well, I'm gonna give a shout out. They kind of balanced it out this year. The NBA Cup, so it's it's kind of even across the board compared to last year. Um, you got to go with the defending champs, man. OKC, best team in the. That's the best team.
Oklahoma City. Okay, okay. Jalen. So who do you think is the best team in the West A?
I'm gonna say the same thing. OKC overall, they're 5-0. Well, the other teams, they just gotta step up real quick. But this year, it's all like balanced, like the groups.
Yeah, for sure. West A, obviously there's contenders right there, like Oklahoma City and Minnesota. Those are probably the two best teams in West A. If, yeah, yeah. So if you look at Phoenix, they're not having the best year. You lose KD. Phoenix, they're basically just rebuilding, I guess you can say, over there in Phoenix. Sacramento, obviously, we all saw just now. They're 1-3. They're not doing really good. They do have Russell Westbrook, but they're not doing so well. And then the Utah Jazz, a young team, with the Utah Jazz, they're a young team, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna compete. Because people said that the NBA Cup is like for the below average teams, like to at least win something. I, yeah, and I guess you can say that about these teams like the Jazz, the Kings, the Suns. Like most likely, this NBA Cup is for them basically to win, like win something. You know what I mean? Because they're obviously not going to win, the Larry O'Brien at the end of the year, but they can at least win something like the NBA Cup. So, all right, so let's go to West B here. Some contenders over there, West B. Kosoni. So, who do you think's the best team at West B?
All right, real quick, Jalen. You got it's these names. Isaiah, Isaiah, like the flower. Say what's up.
Hi, what's up?
Um, sorry if I butchered your name. You probably know these people if I pronounce their names right. um, but West B, it's gonna be out of the Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, you got Memphis there, so this one's gonna be this is gonna be a good one. But I got to go with my Lakers.
Okay, for sure.
I got
That's
to
your
go with my
team.
Lakers. L.A.
For sure, that's indeed your team. Rep your team all you want. You know what I mean? Jalen, who do you think is the best team out of West B?
For West B, I'm gonna say the Lakers, but in the West B group, there's like contenders like Dallas and Memphis, but I'm gonna have to choose the Lakers over all of them.
I
Lakers.
knew I liked this guy for a reason.
Lakers. Okay,
Yeah,
indeed. Yes.
and
So
and Carlos is gonna say somebody else. Jalen, watch.
didn't the Lakers make a NBA Cup championship? I believe like a few years ago.
Oh, that feedback is back.
Oh no.
I don't know who that is. That was first NBA Cup.
Yeah, they played. Yeah. Oh yeah, didn't they win it? Ye- Oh yeah, they did, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they won the first one.
Yeah, they did. I remember that. Yeah, I do. They put a little banner over there at the crypto.com
Moving
arena.
on, moving on.
Okay, with that being said, there's obviously a lot of contenders like the Lakers, the Clippers, the Mavericks, the Grizzlies. Um, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Oh,
Obviously,
hold on, Carlos.
what's up?
We have. I forgot to say this at the beginning of the show.
What's up?
We have a major announcement to make. Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
My man Carlos Rios made his had varsity tryouts this week, and today he officially made the varsity team. So Carlos,
Yes.
so Jalen, I'll start with you. What are your thoughts on Carlos making the varsity team this
I'm gonna
year?
say nice, yeah. Congrats on making the varsity team this year, yeah.
Thank you, Jalen.
And Carlos,
Yes.
what are your thoughts on making varsity this year?
Ooh, feels good. Making the team this year. Feels good. Playing high school basketball this year. Obviously it's the final one. Obviously final high school basketball year. So, hey man, it's good. Feels good. We're training right now. We're practicing, getting ready for the season in mid-November. So, hey man, it's gonna be really good. It's gonna be a really good year, hopefully.
Yeah, and you get to throw some lobs to your brother.
Uh, I don't think he's can dunk like that yet.
Man, he better get over the rim this year. My
Mhm.
boy's an upperclassman now.
Yeah, he's
Christian, if you watching, better hit them box jumps, boy. I want you getting your first in-game dunk this year.
in transition. In transition.
I don't care how you do it. Just get a dunk. I don't care if it's a rim grazer. Get a dunk, boy.
Yeah, for sure. So thank you, Coach Tony. Thank you, Jalen. Yeah, for sure. We're getting to work. Just had our first practice. You know what I mean? It's tiring. You know what I mean? You know, but hey,
Yeah, and also want to give you a shout out to that. Carlos jumped on the podcast, just walked right in the door from his high school practice. So I know he's a little tired, but he loved he loved this podcast so much. Man, he loves all y'all. He loves our guests that he taking the time to come through and do this episode tonight, even though I know he's tired.
yeah, definitely been drinking a lot. Body armors, water. You know what I mean? Just
Oh,
trying to stay.
I was about to say, yeah, put some emphasis on what you've been drinking, boy. Don't.
Body armor, water. Obviously I can't drink what. How do you say it? Illegal drinks. So just say that because obviously we're in season. Obviously I can't drink all that. You know what I mean?
No, you
I
underage, boy. You can't be.
yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, there's
Stay
I know it
hydrated.
for sure. Yeah, yeah. So throughout the show, you're gonna see me get hydrated. You know what I mean? Just
Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
All right. So West B. Okay. So let's get back to this in West B. Man, I'm gonna just go with the Lakers, man. I'm gonna just go with the Lakers, just for
Don't give in to peer pressure, Carlos. You don't believe that. You know you a John Morant fan.
John Morant.
I'm just messing with you.
Nah. So I'm just go with the Lakers, man. I would just go with the Lakers. They won the NBA Cup in the first year. See if they can win it here in the you know another one here. So all right, so let's talk about West C here. So some pretty good teams in West C. Probably the best division here in the West.
That's the strongest one.
That is Coach Tony. So who do you think is the best team out of West C?
Oh, this one, poor Portland. They got the short straw.
Yeah,
You got the Warriors, you got the Rockets, you got the undefeated Spurs, then you got Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets. But I'm gonna go. My predictions. Every time I predicted this man, he has came through this year. Carlos still owes me from game one when he didn't play that replay of when I told him that the alien is unstoppable. And when they put Foots in the Dallas Mavericks on the opening night.
yeah.
But I'm gonna go with the alien and the Spurs. Even though Houston and Golden State have deeper teams, I'm still gonna go with the alien. Nobody can stop them.
Okay, Jalen. So who do you think is the best team out of West C?
And West C, they're really strong teams like the Denver Nuggets, the Warriors, the Rockets, and the Spurs. But overall, I'm gonna choose the Spurs over all of those teams. But Rockets and the Warriors, they're pretty good also.
Okay. And I was actually hoping that you guys went for either the Nuggets, Warriors, and Rockets, and then I was gonna be the one that says San Antonio, but it's gonna be a clean sweep.
Nah,
San Antonio.
you know I was gonna go with the alien man. Gee,
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Spurs.
there's only three players that ever in the history of the NBA was called was con- was called the best player in the league ever in their second year. That was Michael Jordan, LeBron James. Now, well, third year, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and now Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, Wemby's doing really good. He's doing really good. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Spurs that one. Clean sweep. Yeah, so that's West C. So now let's talk about East A. So now let's talk about the Eastern Conference. East A. Um, Not much high contenders, but some sneaky contenders. I'll say that. Coach Tony, who do you think is the best team in East A?
Mm. If Halliburton was playing, it'll be the Pacers hand down. But I gotta go with I'm gonna go with I don't know. These teams are underachieving right now, but the team that should come out of East A is the Cavaliers. That's the
Cavaliers.
team that should come out. But if Halliburton was playing, hands down, it would have been the Pacers. But
Okay.
I'm going to Cavaliers.
Okay. Okay. Jalen. So who do you think is going to come out of East A? Well, the
I
best
feel
team.
like the Cavs is gonna be the best team out of all. But if Halliburton was playing, yeah, the Pacers, hands down.
I like this guy, Carlos.
Yeah, you guys agreed on every pick, right? Yeah, because you guys picked OKC, the Lakers, the Spurs, and now you guys picked the Cavs. Okay,
I like this guy.
interesting.
Yeah, we're going to adopt him to be the official 100% spokesman for the Be Ready Sports podcast. Sorry, Mom.
Interesting division here. Interesting division. Cleveland's obviously the best one here. Obviously in the division, they're the best one.
Yeah, but all these teams are underachieving, though. You got to that's
Yeah, for sure. They
anyone could come out of this. All I got to do is take one team to get hot, but because you can't count out Trey Young and the Hawks, but You're right.
Yeah,
Yeah, Cleveland is the better team on paper out of all these teams.
yeah, for sure. But these teams are not competing for the Larry O'Brien. They're competing for an NBA Cup. So I feel like this is like for the average teams, the lower average teams. Obviously, Cleveland's going to be the best team out of the division, but I just don't feel like they're going to take this NBA Cup seriously, like take it real seriously. And I feel like teams like Atlanta, Indiana, Toronto, Washington are going to take it seriously, obviously to win an NBA Cup. So man, hmm, I'm gonna go for I'm probably gonna go the Pacers. Yeah, because I watched the Pacers play against Oklahoma City. They gave them a fight. They gave them a real good fight. Um, Matherin is a really good player. Um, Neesmith on defense, he could be a really good player. So I'm gonna go with the Pacers to get out of the East A here.
Mm,
So yeah,
interesting.
yeah, I'm gonna switch it up here. I'm gonna go with the Pacers of Indiana.
Um, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Isaac Megan. Hope I pronounced your last name right. Who just booked his episode today, and he's watching the live stream. So shout out to you, Isaac.
Shout out, shout out. Okay, so Coach Sony got Cleveland, Jalen got Cleveland, I got Indiana. Okay, East B. Okay, East B. Some pretty good teams there. Some pretty good teams there, Coach Sony. Who do you think's the best team out of East B?
This is the most balanced one out of all of them. Detroit's stepping up. Can't count out Boston. Um, Philly's playing great basketball right now. Orlando's a dark horse. Um, the Nets is one of those sneaky teams. This one's gonna be. This is the toughest one to pick out of all of them.
Hmm,
But I'll have to go with Cade Cunningham and the Pistons.
Okay,
Mm,
the Pistons.
Yeah, that there. I'm gonna go with the Pistons. If Jason Tatum was back, it'll be the Celtics hands down. But they shoot themselves out of games too much, man. They shoot way too many threes, and they're still doing it this year, which is why I'm not picking. Those are the two reasons why I'm not picking the Celtics. They easily could be easily the best team here if they play real basketball instead of shot chucking threes all day. But even though the 76ers are undefeated, I'm I'm gonna go with the Pistons.
Okay, Jalen, who do you think is the best team out of East B?
So I think the Pistons could step up, but Philly right now they're playing really good basketball, so I'm gonna have to choose Philly for this one.
Whoa, we've finally had a disagreement, Carlos. See,
There we go.
you still my boy, Jalen.
There we go. Okay, there's a different team. Okay, okay. I'm gonna go with Jalen here, man. I'm gonna go with the Sixers. Sixers, they're looking really good. Their group play is looking very favorable. They got Boston at home. They've got the Magic at home. Then they got to go to Brooklyn, and then they got to on the road to the Pistons. So their group play is how do you say it? Very favorable for them. So I'm gonna go with the Sixers out of East B. All right, East C. Um, Pretty interesting over EC, looking normal. So Coach Tony, so who do you think is going to come out of EC over there?
I'm going. I'm gonna go with the Greek Freak.
Milwaukee.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go with the Greek Freak. Um, he's the only. That's the only team out there that has one good person on their team that can win. No matter if their team is playing bad, they can win it on. They can win the game on their shoulders. They're the only ones that have that. They have that MVP caliber guy that can just put the game on their shoulders and win it for them. Even though the Bulls are playing outstanding basketball right now, the Heat also is playing outstanding basketball, and the Knicks are just the Knicks. You don't know what you're going to get out of them. But the only constant is that Giannis steps on the court, you're getting 30, 10 boards, 5, 6 assists, two, one or two steals, one or two blocks. You're gonna get everything out of the Greek Freak. So I'm gonna go with the Bucks, even though I need to bring those cream colored jerseys back.
Okay. Okay, Jalen. So who do you think is gonna come out of EC?
I think the Bucks are gonna come out of EC, but the Miami Heat and the Bulls right now they're playing good basketball, but I feel like they could step up, and then they have the Bucks have Giannis, so yeah, I got the Bucks.
Bucks, Bucks, Bucks. Okay. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee as well. So there you go. We got a clean sweep.
What? You not picking your Heat?
Nah, man, because the Heat's not looking very too favorable in their group play because they gotta go to Chicago. They've got to go to New York, and then they got the Charlotte Hornets at home, and then you got Milwaukee at home. So I feel like their group play is not really favorable compared to the Bucks, who has a pretty favorable group play. They got Chicago at home, they got Charlotte at home, on the road to Miami, and then they got New York on the road. So yeah, you can say that the Bucks have the same thing as the Miami Heat, but I'm gonna go with Milwaukee, man. I think the Heat's gonna compete for a playoff. I think the Heat, they don't really take this NBA Cup stuff. Pat Riley doesn't really, care about the NBA Cup. All he cares about is winning those rings, winning those
Yeah,
championships,
and
and
he gonna
Larry
have them.
O'Brien.
Yeah, he gonna have them ready for April.
Yeah, for
April,
sure.
April, May, and June. He gonna have them ready for that.
Yeah,
The
I don't
Heat
think.
just got to stay healthy, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Pat Riley doesn't really care about an NBA Cup. Like, come on
Nah, he
now.
don't.
He cares about winning those Larry O'Briens, winning those championship rings, and bringing them down to Miami. So that's all he cares about. So that's why I'm gonna go with Milwaukee, who won, I believe, last year's
I think
NBA
Milwaukee
Cup.
won. It was Milwaukee and OKC in the final. I think. Yeah, Milwaukee won.
Milwaukee won. Okay.
Be the first back-to-back Cup champions.
Yeah, so we'll see. So the first group play will most likely start on Friday night in the NBA Cup. So we'll see what happens in the NBA Cup. Who's gonna win it and who's gonna win it, basically. All right, so
Too early to tell.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
too early to. It's too early to pick. Um, maybe next month after after we find out who actually is gonna make the playoff. After the group play is over, then we can pick who gonna win. But
yeah,
it's
for
too
sure.
early. It's too early to tell right now.
Yeah, for sure. And also, by the way, the group play is not back and forth. It's scattered throughout the schedule. So it's gonna be Friday night, and then their next game might not be till November 10th or something like that. Like it's scattered pretty much. So we're not gonna find our result in the group play till like the end of November. So we'll find out,
Let
and
me
probably around the middle of November to see how the NBA Cup is shaped out, and
let
probably
me
find
ask
out
you a question, Carlos.
what's up.
What era do you think would you have loved to see the NBA Cup start in?
Hmm. NBA Cup starting.
Yeah, like seeing Kobe, like seeing guys like Kobe's era. They took every game seriously. Seeing them compete in the NBA Cup probably would have been good. Or Jordan's era, they fought for everything that they had so they can get their endorsements. So watching them, Olajuwon, Charles Barkley, and them, I think it would have been cool seeing them compete for an NBA Cup too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because
But but what era would have loved to see it start? I'm a,
definitely during the old times, definitely the 90s, the early 2000s, definitely. Yeah,
wow, the
because
early 2000s considered the old times, y'all. Wow.
it's not really the old times, early 2000s, 90s. Um, probably say during you could have a debate between either Jordan's era or Kobe's era. You can basically debate on that because the players would take it more seriously. Because obviously today's game, obviously they don't take these regular season games. How do you say it? Competitively, I guess you can say. So, and I would say like the people back then in the '90s and early 2000s, they would take it seriously. They would take it more seriously. So I would say probably the '90s because I feel like the '90s is a more competitive era.
All right. What about you guys in the chat? Which era would y'all like to see the NBA Cup start in? Kobe's era, the '90s, the '80s,
Or it could be honest to
um,
say the 2010s.
or the 2010s. Um, what do you guys think? What would y'all love to see the NBA Cup in? All right, Jalen, you're a youngster. I would ask you. No, I'll ask you.
Yeah. Just ask.
Which era would you love to see the NBA Cup starting?
I would like debate the Kobe era and then the Jordan era because that's where it was really competitive and stuff. But I think I would probably like take the Jordan era where Jordan was playing.
Okay, Jordan era. Okay, the Jordan era. Okay, so Coach
All right,
Tony dealing.
Carlos.
Okay, okay, okay. So I'm gonna just show you one quick stat before we get into the Q&A. Just one quick stat here from the NBA. The most viewers for an opening week in 15 years across ESPN, NBC, Peacock, and Prime. Coach Tony, what are your thoughts on this?
Shout out to the NBA. You
Ye-
finally making your viewers happy. Um, they had to. Well, number one, you just signed that this multi-million-dollar deals across the board, so you had to put good product on the floor. So they had to. It's good seeing the NBA back on NBC. I'm glad you guys were able to see what my generation grew up on and why we love the NBA on NBC. You guys are getting a chance to see that. So what we experienced as kids growing up. So good to see it. Um, I have yet to see in I have yet to see him inside the NBA on ESPN yet. Um, but you got NBA on NBC, then you got on ESPN, you got Shaq, Charles, Ernie, and Kenny. They still doing their thing over there. Haven't watched the game on Prime yet, so no, but they got good. They going back to tradition. They got the past players. They're not crapping on this era like they usually do. They're talking good about the game. Still questionable on Reggie Miller, what he be saying during the games, but and then you're getting good play on the court. They're promoting their young stars. They're promoting SGA. They're promoting Wimby. They're promoting Luca, and they're all having great games. I mean, you've had multiple 50-point scoring outbursts this year. Yeah, multiple 40-point outbursts this year. Teams that you weren't expecting to be good or are starting the season off strong. You've had great matchups so far. They're putting the competitiveness back in there. I still want to see the defense step up some. Uh, Still have questionable defense on some of these teams, but so far so good.
Okay. So Jalen, so what are your thoughts on this stat right here? The most viewers for an opening week in 15 years.
So yeah, the NBA they're stepping up with their views. Um, now nowadays, um, because of like Luca, Wemby, and then all of those like other players. They're getting a lot of views for the NBA.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
chat, go ahead and put, put your questions in the chat. You got questions for us? You got questions for our guests? Go ahead and pop them up in the chat. We'll answer them in real time. So we encourage our audience to engage with us. That makes the show fun, and especially for our guests. So yeah, go ahead. You know, ask us the questions. Um, I know we're new to streaming on Instagram. We do that all the time on YouTube, and we got great interaction on YouTube. Let's do the same here.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, NBA doing a great job. On NBC. I said this on previous episodes that I loved how NBC created a bridge of like the older generation, like the '90s generation, the early 2000s with Jordan and guys like that, and just bridging to the new generation and doing a great job with that. So and highlighting the young stars like Luca, SGA, and like guys like that. So doing a really great job with NBC, ESPN doing well, and then Prime doing well as well. So hopefully the NBA can keep it up. You know, and yeah, hopefully they keep it up for
Uh, I might
for
have to hit the horn when we have a question.
yeah.
So Jeremiah 12614 has a question for you, Jalen. He's at I know we were going to ask this when we get to the Q&A, but he wants to know who is your favorite player?
My favorite player is Kobe all time, but currently I'm gonna have to say Kyrie.
Okay.
There you go, Kyrie.
Jeremiah for the question.
Okay. Jalen, you ready for your Q&A?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Okay, Jalen. So, first question: what inspired you to play basketball?
Um, the love and passion for the game inspired me to keep playing. I've been playing basketball since I was 3, like I said in the start.
Okay. So, which side of the ball you like playing better, offense or defense, and why?
I like playing both sides on the floor. Because defense. Wait, if I had to choose one, defense. I'll probably choose defense because defense is my offense.
I like
Interesting.
it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. So, what's your favorite thing about playing basketball?
The favorite thing is like it's really fun, and then I like the competition.
Competition. Indeed. Okay. So, what is your least favorite thing about playing basketball?
Nothing. I like everything about basketball.
Okay. Okay. So, what is your favorite move on the basketball court?
In transition, I really like the high pickup, but on a 1-on-1, I really use a tween cross.
Twin cross. Gotcha. All right. So, what is your training/practice schedule like during the week?
So on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I have team practice, and then Monday and Friday, I have skills, and then Wednesdays recovery.
Gotcha. All right. So, what makes you a good teammate?
Just keep encouraging them to keep playing. Tell them like to keep their head up.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so who do you idolize your game to?
Um, I idolize my game to Darren Williams. Also, what teams told me, Darren Williams.
Mm. Shout out to you, Jalen. D. Will was a dog. Y'all don't know anything about Darren Williams. Y'all better go Google him, look him up on YouTube, check out his highlights. Your boy Kobe said that was one of his toughest matchups is going up against Darren Williams when he was with the Utah Jazz. So, yeah, Darren Williams. If I can describe any player in today's NBA that will give you an idea of who Darren Williams is, I would say I would say um, a healthy Damian Lillard.
Okay. Um, Okay. Pretty good comparison for the
No,
newer.
D Will was a truth, man. He should have been an All Star every year, but he was in a tough West. You had a crap load of very good guards. It was point guard heavy. You had still had Chris Paul. Um, you, you still had Chris Paul there. You still had a plethora of guards. So, but he should have had more All Star appearances. And plus, he
Oh,
was playing for the Utah Jazz, who was not marketed on prime time a lot either. So a lot of people didn't get to see him play.
yeah, obviously, the Utah Jazz are not really, mainstream like that as a mainstream team, but it is what it is, I guess. So, Jalen, so what is your favorite NBA team and why that team?
My favorite NBA team is the Lakers because all of the players that play on the Lakers, I just look up to them.
Okay. Coach Sony likes that.
I told you, Jalen's my dog.
Okay, for sure. Okay. So, Jalen, so what do you do to mentally prepare for a game?
I usually listen to music and then I visualize game situations in my head.
Okay. So, what's your favorite type of music you like to listen to before a game?
I
Like
told you he was going. I told you he was going to
rap.
ask you that. I told you he was going to ask you
It,
that.
those follow-up questions, eh? I like to ask those follow-up questions.
So I usually listen to like rap, like Drake, stuff like that.
Gotcha. All right. So, what are your strengths as a basketball player?
My strength right now, I'll probably say like getting to the rim and then my IQ.
Yeah, IQ. Okay, that's cool. Okay, so what is something that you need to improve on in your game?
Currently I have to improve on my strength and conditioning because I usually like play up, so I gotta work on that.
Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah, playing up. You got to play those. Tougher guys, those faster guys. Obviously. Yeah, for sure. Okay. So what?
I told you he was going to say that too. I had
Gotcha.
him. I had him really prepared for this Q&A, Carlos.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, there you go. So, what is something that you believe you've improved the most this season?
This season I pretty sure I mostly improved my like deep range shooting.
Deep range shooting. Okay, that's cool. So, what are your long-term goals as a basketball player?
My long terms is like playing at the highest level I can be. Specifically the NBA.
Gotcha. All right. So, besides basketball, what other sport would you like to try and why?
I would try out for volleyball because when I was in elementary, I used to play volleyball with my friends all the time.
Volleyball. Very interesting. So, fun fact about me, Jalen, in eighth grade, I I actually played volleyball in eighth grade. Yeah, so basically the coach kind of forced me to play volleyball because they didn't have enough kids. So he wanted to look for more athletes. He recruited me and my brother to play volleyball for just 1 year, obviously, my eighth grade year. And pretty fun. Volleyball's pretty fun. Volleyball's pretty fun. That sport actually was the reason why I won Athlete of the Year for my school in eighth grade. So yeah, so volleyball has a special place in me because if it wasn't for volleyball, I would not have won the Athlete of the Year because basically the criteria was you yeah because the criteria was to play I think three sports or something like that, and I played basketball, flag football, and then volleyball. So volleyball was the reason why I got that Athlete of the Year. And
And you know what? Shout out to my man Lambo Landon, who always called you Aiden Ross. No,
oh
I'm
my
just kidding.
lord, this guy.
That is a fun fact that the new segment that he laid called Unbelievably Crazy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. There you go.
See, Landon, I keep my word.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I also play volleyball. All right, all right, Jalen. So, if you could meet any sports athlete, who would it be and why?
Oh, I
I
already know
would
the answer to this.
meet Kobe Bryant because I really like his mentality, and then I really like look up to him.
Okay, for sure. I really love how this new generation looks up to Kobe. I really wish he was still here. I really wish he was. To see all this, the new generation just looking up to him, it really means a lot. You know, for So, last question, Jalen. What are your favorite hobbies/interests to do outside the basketball court?
So outside of basketball, I like to take naps, and then I just play volleyball for fun.
Okay, for
Hey,
sure, for sure.
naps is hey, you athletes, if you haven't napped in the middle of the day, you better try it. That is, naps are underrated.
Not during the day, obviously, because now school. So we don't recommend any student athlete out there to take naps during class. Obviously,
I didn't nobody say anything about napping in class.
but now you said it in the middle of the day, and
Yeah, I
obviously
do.
these
On my
athletes.
breaks, I take a quick little 15 minute nap. Lunch, go eat for the first 15, 20 minutes, and then you know you can nap the other 30.
Okay,
Naps are underrated.
yeah, for
It's
sure,
difficult to do because it's actually encouraged for your health
it is
to
indeed.
take naps, but we get so caught up on what we got to do. We never find time to nap. But I'm gonna tell your mom to make sure y'all nap in the middle of the day. I know she's watching, Carlos, and I know yours is watching too, Jalen. She's gonna be like, host your show. Don't be telling me what to do.
It's gonna be hard to take naps in school.
Shout out to the moms, man. We love y'all. All right, Jalen. I forgot to tell you in the green room before we started to we're getting ready into the show and tell to have your awards ready that you want to show. Maybe you can get mom or dad to pop in and get them for you if you have any you want to show.
All right, I'll go get them. I'll go get my dad right now.
Okay,
Okay. Um, should have turned this camera off. Um,
if you want me
so
to,
Carlos,
what's up?
how so how I know you asked this question earlier.
Yes,
How does it feel to be an official varsity player this year?
feels good. Obviously,
Okay,
first
this year
time.
you're official. Last year, I'm not gonna tell you business, but we all know what happened last year.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm officially on the roster this
You're
year.
official this year. Oh, wait. No, I thought he was back, but he's not back yet.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, for sure. So obviously playing high school basketball, obviously the game is much faster. The the kids are much stronger, obviously. So it's fun. I still have that passion of playing basketball. Obviously, I'm still playing basketball. I still have that passion. It's the same thing what LeBron said. I'm not gonna stop until that
yep.
passion.
I was gonna tell Jalen, give us a thumbs up when you're ready. Go ahead, Carlos.
Yeah. So same thing what LeBron says. When that passion, when that passion, fires out, then that's when we're gonna, then that's when my train stops. But I made no plans to stop. I made no plans to, to stop or just
Oh, sorry, Carlos.
what happened.
Big T is in the building. Shout out to Big T.
Terrell?
Yeah, Big Terrell.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Big Terrell.
Indeed.
Ah, here we go. That's got to be Deuce.
What's up?
He said, "Told you Carlos Aces was gonna sweep Phoenix."
He's
With the
still talking about
three,
that? Hey,
three laughing emojis.
hey, we played your clip, Deuce, on the the episode right after the sweep. Hey
Are
man,
you
the eight.
you
Hmm?
ready, Jalen? Oh, okay. He gave me the thumbs up.
Okay, we're ready.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. We
Go.
he did play the clip for you, Deuce.
Yeah, the
I got
first.
this one.
Okay.
Oh, he said Deuces on the court. So no, that's Big T trolling
Okay.
you right now.
Oh well, Big T.
Yeah. All right, my bad. This is your show, Jalen. Go ahead.
So I
Start your
got
show and tell.
I brought this trophy right here. It was it was an MVP trophy awarded to me by my coach and then the tournament.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
I had to put it on widescreen so everybody could see it. Okay.
All
That's a
right.
nice trophy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like the Larry O'Brien trophy.
It do.
It does.
Actually, I think they named it after Bill Russell now.
Yeah.
Or is
Or
it the Finals MVP?
no, no, the Bill Russell Finals MVP.
Oh, no, it's Finals MVP.
Still Larry O'Brien.
My bad. All right, my bad, Jalen.
You're good.
Any more? Or was that it?
Yeah, I got some more.
Yeah.
Going into
Uh,
the room.
yeah, I don't like showing their room on a live stream though.
I also got this one.
Ooh, man! Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all got them nice trophies down there. Them West
Okay.
Coast trophies. Where'd you win that one at?
I won this one at the Cavs tournament. It was my team hosted it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
That was my fault. I should have had them better prepared. Big T said, "Nice trophy, young fella." I
and I
would
also got this one.
hold it up.
Where can you, Jalen, try and
Put it more in the center. You might have to put it in front of your face. There
there
you
we
go.
go.
Man, y'all got some nice trophies out there in Cali. Man, I'm jealous. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happy for you, Jalen. I'm proud of you. Man, those are some nice trophies. What's the new slang for nice, Jalen?
Mm, I don't really know about like this new slang, but I just call it nice. Yeah.
What do y'all call it, Carlos?
Dope. I don't know.
That's old school.
I don't know. Nice.
Yeah. All right. I'll just leave it at nice. I would bring Big Terrell in, but he's at a basketball event at
Okay.
Deuce. All right. You ready for your show and tell?
Oh yeah.
All right. So before we get started, the first half of the show, of course, we show your trophies. We show the pictures that you sent in, and we show it, and then you just tell us about it. All right. But first, um, we have what's coming up on. We have our 100th episode coming up where we're going to vote on the best, um, our top five over pictures that were submitted by our guests. We're gonna vote on the top five, and then we're going to pick the best out of the top five.
Okay.
Hopefully, I
Right.
think Carlos has been keeping track. You've been keeping track, Carlos.
Um, have, but I gotta find the page.
All right, come on, Carlos. You got to keep track.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff here, from the college football show, you guys can check me out on Tuesday nights. Wasn't there this Thursday because obviously this Tuesday, because
Well, he didn't do it though yesterday.
Okay, so
He
okay,
said he was going to email you. He still wants you on the show, but he's going to send you an email about it.
okay, for
Um,
sure.
but getting back to getting back to the show and tell. Um, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you some photos, and then you're gonna tell us if it should be in our top five, and then you're gonna rate it 1 to 5. 5 meaning that it's goated, and 1 meaning that we need to burn it and never show it again. All right, you ready for the first one?
Yep.
All right, the first one. This was sent in by our boy Lamborghini Landon.
Mm, I'll
And
probably rate it a 4
a 4, and why a 4?
because the fire and then it's really like cool.
Um, Fun fact: um, that is not AI fire. That's actually real fire on his hands. And then somebody on the show was inspired to try that on their media day.
Eh,
Not going to say no names. Carlos Rios.
I here's the thing. Our media day is indoors. Obviously, I can't create fire in an indoor setting. Obviously, probably I could do it outside my house. I could probably do that with a nice background, but I can't do it inside of a gym because you know it's not my gym. So
All right, and he actually has another one, another nominee.
Mm, probably a
So, what are your thoughts on
a 3. It's just like really
3?
simple.
Ooh, 3.
He just put like a car, Lambo.
This thing needs to stop spazzing on the show and tell part. All right, so my man Jalen votes this a 3. All
okay,
right, the next one. This is from my boy Kalen Harzinski.
Camden Harzinski.
I mean Camden. I say Caden. Wow, Cam don't get.
Damn, that's your guy too.
Even though you live
Mm,
close by me, don't pull up.
I'll probably also rate this one a 3 because it's just really simple.
Okay.
Well, I didn't give you the backstory on it. He's in the 5th grade, but he made his middle school basketball team. So he put this together to celebrate him making his basketball team for his school as a 5th grader, which is crazy. All right, you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This one is actually the one that's in the league. This is Carlos's guy right here, Mr. Tate Medina.
Yeah, yeah, so his voice is definitely not for his grade. I'm gonna just say that. He definitely sounds grown. He sounds grown. I think he's a linebacker, over there in Texas, has aspirations to play in the well, in for a D1 school, major D1 school. So yeah, man, the highlights I saw very impressive. Very impressive photo right there from Tate. So Jalen, so how would you rank this photo?
I'll probably rank this one a 4. I really like the background and then the post is like tough.
Okay. No easy fives given around here. No easy fives.
Yeah, we're going to have to bring Jalen on there on the panel to vote too. Man, that's what we need, tough voters.
Yeah, no easy fives. Fives got to
So
be earned, not given.
so so we got um oh, I had a brain fart. We got Landon. Um, Geez, who do we just have on here? Um, Big O.
Big O. Yeah, for his birthday. For his
And
birthday.
Jalen. So far, we got three non-biased judges. All right, and the last but not least, that's our boy Remy Payne out there in Vegas. So,
Mm, I'll probably rate this one a 4 also. The
ooh,
back, the background.
let me give you a fun fact. I actually made this one for him.
Oh,
Uh, Yeah, I got it. I got their permission. I got permission from him and his parents to make the overlays because they had no idea what pictures to send in. So he sent me a video. He sent me a video of this. The video's tough. And check out his Instagram, Remy Payne, his Instagram, and it took me 45 minutes to get this shot like this. Because this one he was taking this, he was putting his helmet on, so I caught it at the right time when he finally on, lined it up right there. So we got a 4. And we have some close calls here. Let me see. It's about one, two, three, four. He sent a lot. So I'm gonna show you this one. This is Landon. Um, this is the full. Oh, wrong. Showed it out of order. Yeah, there you go. This is him on his media day. This is the full pick. And out of those 4, which one do you like? Out of those 4,
I like the one that you're currently showing right now because it's just like it looks like he has that dog in him.
if he was on the live right now, he would he he.
He would just be too much for me because I'm.
He
That-
he would adapt you up on that one. He'd
yeah.
be like, yeah, he would have went crazy. He said he had that dog, and he'd have went crazy. But yeah, shout out to my man Remy. I mean, wow, I'm messing up everybody's name today.
Lambo
Shout out
Landon.
to my man Lambo Landon. And last 2,
This one,
and this one.
I probably
Oh,
like the first one better.
my bad.
The first one, okay.
Oh, this one. Uh-oh, I took it off the screen.
Yeah, that one. I like that one. It just looks like tough. The pose, the position, with the car in the back.
Oh, I had one other one here I didn't even know was here. Him showing. I forgot this one was up here.
The football.
All right, you ready to get into yours?
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into yours. Let's start with this one. It actually has the story here. It's read because it's small. Let me make it big on my end. It says, Jalen. This is from Grassroots.
Mhm.
On their this is from Grassroots on their Instagram. So shout out to Grassroots. He said this is Jalen was the official G365 Player of the Month for June. And it has your name, Jalen Rhys McFarland of the SoCal Cavs. So Jalen,
Mhm.
go ahead and tell us a story about this.
So this one is where right after the tournament, I remember I showed you this one, this trophy right here.
Yes,
This
sir.
trophy that was actually the MVP for the same tournament, G365. So after that tournament, we won. We played up in 12U. That was last season, and then after the tournament they posted that because the tournament my tournament average was 21.6 points per game.
Mm,
So that's probably why I got player of the month for June.
yeah, that's not bad. Averaging 21 for a whole month at
Okay.
your age. At your age, and those games are not as long as NBA games, so it's harder to average 20 points
Yeah.
in those shorter games because you got the running clock and all those things working against you. But to average 21, that's tough. That's like averaging 40 in the NBA. So,
Yeah.
Carlos,
Yes.
Jalen deserves the alarm for that one. So go ahead and give Jalen the alarm.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm full screen here, so
You have just been goaded, Jalen.
Thank you.
All right. All right. No, thank you, man, for being so talented. All right, let's go to the next one.
So this one right here,
All right.
there was
Uh-oh.
a cameraman for the tournament that took this one and then posted it on their Instagram. And then this one was I was playing with my all Filipino team. I was driving in for a layup on this big guy.
So, Carlos, what are your thoughts on the defender here?
um he definitely looks like he's trying to force sideline, definitely, but Jalen, he's driving baseline and the defender is like playing his upper side. So I feel like Jalen has the advantage, can turn the corner on him, and I feel like he has the advantage over the defender.
Well, the
Close
one
enough.
thing I like is the defender is not flat-footed. Uh, as I said, what I like about the defender is he's not flat-footed. He's actually on his toes. He's actually getting good movement, but the shoulder is Jalen is on his outside shoulder, so he is in bad position to cut him off unless he has help on the back end. If not, Jalen's getting to the rim.
Yep.
All right, Jr. I called him Jr. again. I don't know if he likes that name or not. All right, and go to the next one. All right,
All right, so
so yeah, to give it what event are you in and what's the story about at the game?
so this tournament was at another G365 tournament, and then this story for this one, it was a photo taken by our cameraman for our photographer for our team. He took that picture when I was going for a coast to coast layup, and then in that same game I dropped 30 points.
Mm, not bad. What are your thoughts, Carlos?
Hey, dropping 30 points. Very good. Good job, Jalen.
Carlos is so humble. All right, next one. Let's get to the next.
All right, so this one was also at the G365 tournament, and then this one was where I was reading the defense, and then I called a play out, and then they all cleared out. So I was reading the defense, looking for like a gap to drive in.
Carlos, what are your thoughts on this defender here?
He's not, how do you say, he's not forcing you to a side. He's basically playing straight up. So, it's pretty risky, playing straight up because Jalen, can go one side and, see if the defender can, try and cut him off. So he's not really forcing him to one side. So hopefully the defender's like, a mobile defender, because usually mobile defenders are like that, like have fast feet. So yeah, if the defender is mobile, then I understand. But if he's how do you say it, not mobile, then I feel like Jalen could just hit one move and he's gone.
The only thing I don't like about the defender is he's flat-footed.
Hmm.
It's hard to move side to side when you're flat-footed like that. He should be up on his toes a little bit
Yeah, for sure. Because if he's not mobile, then he's screwed.
off the he can cut off the ball. But how did this play in? How what was the results of this play, Jalen?
Uh, I got a, I drove in and then I got an and one.
Mm, I'm not surprised.
There you go. Hey, it's risky playing like that. It's risky.
But if you're gonna play like that, you cannot be on your heels like the defender
Yeah, no, because usually mobile defenders play like that. Usually because they have quick
is
feet.
right
But you know,
now. But for those in the chat that don't understand what flat-footed means, that means
you're on your heels.
um, when you have your heels touching the floor. All right, last one.
All right, so this one was AOG AOG tournament AOU World Championship. I got MVP because I had 5 rebounds, 3 steals, and then like 18 points in that game.
Mm, not a bad stat line. Any as a guard, you're getting high rebounds like that. You're you know you're putting your team in a great chance to win. All right. So what are your thoughts on this, Carlos?
Yeah, of course. A guard's got to rebound too. When the guards crash, obviously trying to get rebounds. Obviously, like uh, just not the bigs got to rebound. Like the guards got to rebound too. So yeah, if guards can get rebounds, if the guards can get rebounds too, then hey, that that's gonna be a very good guard, definitely.
And what's the difference when a guard rebounds versus a big rebound?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. What's
Yeah,
the
because
difference when a guard? What's the difference when a guard gets a rebound, a defensive rebound, versus a big getting a defensive rebound?
when a guard gets a rebound, the guard can just get out of the basket and go. Like literally, they can just go. Meanwhile, if a big gets it, they gotta pretty much keep the ball up high, and look for a guard, which kind of delays time, basically. So that's why a lot of coaches like when guards get the rebound, they just push, and the big man usually like a 4 or 5 usually would just trail, and then just play out of that. Like a lot of coaches like to play fast paced, so yeah, for sure. If guards can rebound, like always, like most of the time they would say just push it up, look for the guy up ahead.
And a great thing to do if for coaches, if you have a big guard, instead of putting your big in the middle, if you're in the zone, put that guard right there in the middle. So because best as soon as he gets that rebound, he can turn around and boom, you're on your break already. You already got an advantage on the defense. All right, so Jalen, that is the picture portion of your show and tell. So before we show the video portion as to why you're belong on this show and why you're that guy, why you're that good, why you know why you were adopted by the Be Ready Sports podcast. Sorry, mom. Um, we have two questions that we ask our guards. I mean, our basketball players. First question is: Are you a sneakerhead?
Hmm?
Are you a sneakerhead?
Not really. I
You're
don't
a
really collect sneakers.
all right. Mm, all right, nothing wrong with that. But however, you do wear shoes, right?
Hmm.
Better.
All right. So when you're going for a tournament, whether it's local or out of town, what are the three shoes that you have to pack in your bag?
I just usually pack one, which is Kobe 6.
The Kobe sixes. Yeah, my man really is a Kobe guy.
There you go.
He's a Kobe guy. All right, you ready for this video, Carlos?
Let's go.
We don't have 30, Carlos.
30
He said
videos.
he said he's so legit. He only needs to send one clip, and that's gonna tell the whole story. So you ready? You ready, guys?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, let's get it. Let's go.
Okay.
So he had a couple clips that he's trying to get into the top five of the video portion, which I forgot to show before we showed his video. So I'm gonna need you to um. So which man he has a couple. Which one do you think we should put in the top five, Carlos? So we need to get that clip.
Ooh,
Which one,
man.
Carlos?
Hmm. Uh, there were some pretty interesting clips. Definitely. I believe you mentioned earlier, Jalen, that I believe a high pickup was one of your favorite moves. And I don't know if you mentioned that in the walkthroughs or in the live, but yeah, but I saw you do that high pickup move, really good high pickup. Um, uh, that cross move definitely got the defender on his heels. Definitely a contender, Coach Tony. Definitely that one. Why are these defenders fouling you? Like most of these clips, they're just fouling you, bro. Like they're fouling you, Jalen. Like, hey, but you got the and one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
one of them they tattooed their handprint on the side of his head.
Yeah, I know. Like, damn. Like, man, what's up with these defenders? Like, if you're beat, you're beat. But yeah, Jalen, you're doing, very good clips that we saw, in that minute clip.
Um, I know the high pickup was a contender. The fake pass to the baseline,
That
the
too.
fake pass when you did the split and got the and one, that was a contender. Um, you had about three or four.
Yeah, you have some interesting moves there in that mini clip.
I told you, man. He told he didn't have to send 30. You knew that he was that dude just off of this one, and he only needed to send this one. So my bad, Jay. I didn't let you tell the story about your clips, man. We were so impressed, man. We just started yapping. All right, Jalen, tell us the story behind those clips.
So on the first one, I just started cooking because one of them was just talking trash to me. So I didn't respond with I didn't respond with my voice. I responded with actions.
Man, you sound like Jewels.
There we go.
You sound like
Okay.
Jewels. All
And
right.
then the other ones, I was just a lot of moves that I just they just came in my head and then I just did it.
Like second nature.
Yeah.
But Shout out to Dad. Tell Dad to come here.
All right, I'll call him right now.
All right. Yo, say Dad.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, I got it. Okay, so while he gets that, with the World Series going on right now, Coach Tony, you
Yeah, I
know,
know. I was looking at these videos of the World Series that you put on here. We got to be careful though. Um we don't have a what you call it,
oh, hold on.
a copyright saver. So we got to make sure we don't get copyright strikes.
Ooh, what do you mean?
Hey,
Oh, you
Dad.
bet. How are you?
Yeah, we got to have the parents pop up on the live stream so they know
Oh,
that
okay.
they're not streaming by themselves.
Oh, okay.
Um, but we're gonna we want to thank you, man, for putting them slow mos in the highlight video.
Oh, thank
And
you.
yeah, you highlighted his you highlighted the best parts of his videos, man. So we want to give you a personal shout out for that.
Oh, thank you.
Because he didn't need to send 30 clips. You know, he just told his story in that one. That one just shows like, yeah, your son is one of the top players on the West Coast, if not in California for his grade. So he belongs on this show.
Oh, cool, cool.
We want to give you a shout out on that. We're
All right,
gonna need,
thank you.
but we're gonna need to cut that so we can put it on our 100th episode top video clips.
Okay.
No, yeah, yeah, those clips deserve to be on there.
Okay. Just let me know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hold on.
Dad said I ain't. Dad said I'm not stealing your shine. All right. So I forgot to show these clips before we started, but same thing we did with the picture. These are the only ones so far until we get yours, Jalen, that are nominees for the top 5. You ready to see them?
Yeah.
And you get to vote on them. This first one is from my man Kaysen, who was on episode 4. Shout out to Kaysen. It's very quick, 5 seconds long, but his sport is soccer, so you get to see it. Here we go.
Yes, Casey!
So, what are your
So
thoughts on that?
I like the pass to him, and then I like the finish.
All right. So, what do you rate it? 1 out of 5. 5 meaning it's goated. 1 meaning we need to burn it and never show it again.
Probably like in the middle, like a 3.
A 3.
Okay.
All right. This next one is from Carlos's brother Christian. It's a game winner, but some things is just best shown on video. Shout out to your mom, Carlos. Shout out to Miss V. Man, I love the passion in her voice, man. All right, so what do you rate that?
I'm gonna rate it a 4 because on the shot there wasn't like really defenders on him.
Okay.
It would have been a 5 if there was defenders.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, this next one is from CJ, another Florida guy. I think he's in your class of 2032. Here we go. Boom. Oh, sorry, Carlos.
I'm also gonna rate that one a 4 because I really like the Euro, and then the finish, like in contact.
Okay. All right, next one. This is from Jordan Stevens, also in your class 2032. Man, his class is representing hard on this show, Carlos.
Yeah, I know.
2030. We have more guests from class of 2032 in all sports than any of them.
32, yeah.
All right. All right, let's get to it.
Oh, good D, baby. Oh! Oh, let's go!
All
Okay.
right. So how do you rate that one?
I'm gonna rate that one a 5. It was tough.
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
we got a 5.
The first 5 of
We
the
got a
day.
first
Night.
5 of the day. Okay.
Okay.
Joel, shout out to Jordan Stevens. That one, I guess, that one's in the lead. All right, last but not least, this is Carlos's favorite guest, Mr. Key. I also, no, he class of 2033. He's 2033. He's 5th grade. All right, let's get it. Uh-oh. All right, here we go.
Alright. I'm also gonna give that one a 5.
There we go.
Whoa, back-to-back 5s. All right, we got one last video, one last clip you're going to vote on. 1 out of 5. You ready? All right.
Out of the way.
All right. What do you rate that with that move right there?
5.
Oh, you got 3 5s. Yeah. That one, that one's gonna be up there, Jay. All right, Carlos.
Yeah.
We're at the point of the show where we heard he did the Q&A. You all right, man?
Yeah.
You all right,
A
big dog?
little bit itchy, you know. It's okay.
We're almost done.
It's okay. It's okay.
We're almost done. So what are your thoughts on our guest today, man?
Jalen, hey, very good clips that we saw, great photos that we saw, that last clip that we saw, that high pickup into an and one, hey man, that was a very tough finish, hard foul. That was a very hard foul. I don't know why that's not a flagrant. Hey man, that's way too hard. Hey, but good job, for finishing that. Yeah, man, just keep on going, Jalen. You very good job. You powered through those defenders. Just shooting them. And even though you're getting fouled, you're still shooting them and making them. So good job.
Thank
And
you.
we got and JJ Rivera. You remember JJ, right?
Yes, I do.
Carlos?
Yes, I do.
Big guard, very tough. Also class of 2032. He put 2032 in the chat with exclamation points. So I guess he likes that 2032 has been repping hard on the show. So shout out to JJ Rivera, man. All right, we got one more question for you, Jalen.
Alright.
All right, this last question that we ask all of our athletes. We know there's a story behind the number that you choose. So what is your number and why did you choose it?
I chose. I have 2 teams. I chose number 11 for one of them. So I chose 11 because it's just like my favorite number is like it's just right after 10. I really like the number 11, and then my other number 2. I just did 1 plus 1 is 2.
Had nothing to do with Kyrie. Those are 2 numbers Kyrie got.
I mean, yeah, it was Kyrie's numbers, but it wasn't. It doesn't.
Jalen said, "Those are my numbers, bro." He was like, "Chill with all that. That's my numbers." All right. So Jalen.
Yes.
All right. Give all of your shout outs that you would like to give your shout outs to and tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
All right. Shout out to everyone. You could find me on Instagram. My Instagram's jrhys11. JRHYS. JRHYS 11.
All right. He just said he's just shouting out everybody. And when we do and then we're also going to premiere this episode tomorrow. It'll be on premiering on YouTube, so you'll be able to, if you missed the beginning of the show, you'll be able to see it in its entirety. Premiered tomorrow on YouTube, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. You're gonna see the whole episode, and in the description of the video will be how you can find Jalen. So just click on it, follow his page, follow his journey, and keep supporting him and support all our guests that's been on here. We've had 80 of them, so support all 80 of them. Well, no, some has no,
78 because we had
close
to
to
get
80.
close to 80.
We had about nope, about 75, 76
Yeah, around there.
around there. But we've had a lot of great guests on here. So Carlos needs to remember to put this banner back up when
Yes,
he's
once again.
done.
Oh, whoops.
Jeez Louise. All right, Carlos, it's time for the spiel.
Okay. Like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's where we post these podcasts. We're going to be premiering this podcast tomorrow. So check that out on YouTube. Should be scrolling down in the ticker at Be Ready Sports Podcast on Instagram. Please follow us on our Instagram. That is where we post our content, our sports news that's going on around the sports world, and our clips from these podcasts. So just, follow our Instagrams on Be Ready Sports Podcast. Donate to Zelle, 954-664-8962, not Cash App. You can donate to Zelle, and that's the number right there, 954-664-8962. Shout out to Theron West II. Here's his website, his clothing line, Silent Fear. You guys can check that out. Here's his website at silentfear.online. Um, Pickup Portal. We interviewed him back in August. Basically, all it is, if you're a coach that needs a player for the weekend, the coach can go to Pickup Portal, pick up the players that are in the portal, and basically just recruit them for that weekend. And if you're a player that wants to play for that weekend, put yourself in the pickup portal, and they'll connect you with a coach, and then boom, that's connection right there. So pickup portal, they're right now doing it for baseball, but however, they will do football, basketball, other sports in the near future. So that's pickup portal. Shout out to Kaysen. We saw his clip over there for the top clips. He was the one that played soccer with the header. There's his YouTube channel at CV7 Rocket. You guys can check out his YouTube channel. Please subscribe to his channel. Remy Payne, one of our top photos, as you guys saw. Remy Payne, Remy Game Football 5250 on YouTube. Please subscribe to Remy Payne. Okay. All right, Coach Sony, let's go.
All right. And Jalen, stay for the wrap up. It'll be quick. After we end this live stream. But Carlos,
Okay.
go ahead and count us out.
In 3, 2, 1.
All right. To be ready.
Stay ready.
All right. We won't have a show on Halloween. You guys enjoy your Halloween, and you will see us again on Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday night.
Happy
All right,
Halloween,
y'all.
y'all. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, y'all. Don't go crazy.
Uh-huh.